was your reaction, sir, to the shooting of Senator Kennedy?
Oh, I think it's awful, but I don't know what they can do about it. They ought to be something done about it, but I don't know what to do about it. The people up there in Washington ought to know more about it than me.
I really do feel it's awful that the people of this country have to resort to violence to express their feelings. I think they can do it through a newspaper editorial or something of this means rather than by killing.
Do you think there could be any substantial measures taken to prevent this from happening again, and if so, what?
Well, I think the control over the guns through these mail order houses and things of this nature, I feel that if we could put restrictions of this sort on the nation, this would help considerably.
Well, it was a terrible shock.
I think it's one of the most disgraceful things that the United States could ever tolerate, that kind of stuff.
What measures do you think could be taken to prevent something like this from happening again?
Laws to an extent whereby that they can stop this kind of stuff, give our law officers the authority to take care of that kind of stuff and stop so much of this hell-raising in our nation.
Do you agree with that, ma'am?
I certainly do. Yes, sir.
I was just shocked, as I think everyone was. My own mother is in the hospital and in critical condition. And, I can imagine what Mrs. Kennedy feels like right now.
What measures do you think could be taken to prevent something like this from happening again?
Really, I don't know. You just can't tell. When people go berserk, I think you just can't tell what people are going to do. They're pretty cruel sometimes.
I very much astounded, and I feel like it's one of these things that we all have to go and try and do to solve, and I feel like, well, we as citizens don't have our freedom to even walk the streets or be safe in our homes.
What measures do you think could be taken to prevent something like this from happening again?
Well, I think that would take much thought, and I'm not really up to par to say what could be done, but I feel like something should be done.
Well, it was mighty shocking to me. I first heard about it about 7 o'clock this morning, and I couldn't believe it. When it first came over the TV, or the radio, I was under the impression that the senator had an attack of some sort, maybe. I didn't know what. The word assassination and shot I didn't hear that immediately. And then when I did hear that, why, I don't know, it really threw me. Of course, just like everyone else, you revolt back to the 4.5 years ago or thereabouts when President Kennedy, this tragedy happened to him. And it really makes you wonder what situation the country's in today. I know this is a very minority and there's so forth, but it is really a tragedy. And I don't know, just shocked. I just about like everyone else. It's just hard to conceive that this did happen, and he had a victory sewed up evidently in California, and was, I don't know, things were really looking up for him. But
what types of preventative measures do you think could be taken to prevent this from happening again?
Well, it's hard to say. Just like the president, he has stated Secret Service measures for these top presidential candidates. I believe that's a start.